What's going on, people?
Well, we're back, and it's just us this
Look
week.
what we have here. Nothing at all.
A whole lot of nothing.
A whole lot of... Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties over here.
Producer, could you help us out?
Come on, producer, Sarah, come on. I need you to fluff my blanket and my pillows. This is what money gets you. Yeah, get out of the shot. Sarah, get out of the shot. No, we didn't actually want you in the shot. Stay in your corner.
Yeah, fuck you, Sarah. Fuck you, Sarah.
You don't do anything right. It's because of you we have nothing.
Jesus Christ. What are we paying you to do?
Nothing, clearly.
God.
Jesus, that bitch.
You would think that people would be grateful for an unpaid internship nowadays.
I'm going to say it. Have sex with a Scorpio.
I could glute bridge your dad.
I'm naked. Hold on. We will be flicking the beans to that.
But she's tatted and I take meth. Is somebody in your house right now?
But you know what? Fuck your ass.
Yeah, I had sex last night.
You can make your own money. You can literally have your own job of your dreams. You can own your own house. You can own your own car. You can pay all your fucking own bills. So what is that man? That man is sex and a best friend, and that's it.
I heard nothing but the truth.
Okay, for all you audio listeners, that was actually Emily acting. She was Sarah. Trust me, we ain't got nobody behind these cameras. We wish.
We barely got a camera.
Actually,
For being honest.
if we're being quite honest, yeah, we barely got a camera. This is the funniest thing. It's actually hilarious. So the camera we've been using since, I think we told the story, right? Like since day one. The one's like, if you go back and like see the pictures that Emily and I took in our business shorts and oversized blazers.
Hey, at the time, it was kind of the vibe.
It was the vibe. At the time, I'm not mad about it. We gotta start somewhere.
Also, we were like in our corporate era.
Honestly, yeah. My biggest thing is that you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
You gotta start somewhere. So we
just gotta get those boohoo matching suits.
Emily looked like she was in a safari jungle tour guide.
Bro, those shorts were quite literally the most unflattering thing I think I've ever placed on my body.
And then I don't even know. I looked like cotton candy.
Yeah, and then we both were wearing my shoes with like socks that just...
Also, mind you, Emily's shoes were 2 sizes smaller than mine. So my toes were curled in those shoes.
They were stuffed.
They were quite literally stuffed.
Double stuffed.
No, for real. If not triple. That shit was mega stuffed. But yeah, so that was one of my friend's cameras. And we ended up losing it. So...
R.I.P.
R.I.P. to that camera. But then the thing is, he ended up asking us if we wanted to buy it after begging for it back for 3 weeks.
So fuck you for that.
Yeah.
That was actually some scheming ass broke boy shit. So honestly,
No,
rude.
we're good. It wasn't even. It served its time.
Yeah.
We're very thankful for it. But yeah, no.
Yeah. So now we're using essentially the exact same camera. Not any better. We're just using another.
Also borrowed from a friend.
Yeah.
So.
We really had this whole idea for this, whole thing with, this is the prime example of just like, making something out of nothing, because quite literally we own very little actual equipment that we use.
No.
Actually, we own everything besides that.
Yeah.
But we didn't have any of this shit for the first year and a half.
I mean,
besides the mics.
Yeah, I bought the mics previous, but then yeah, everything besides the mics and the what's that called?
The interface.
Yeah, bought that too, because I was gonna have a. Oh my god, I was gonna have a podcast on self-care.
I was about to say, can we actually? I think this is something I've always wondered, because I never really knew. Because you had talked about, so like me and Kellen, initial friendship was formed from going out, and we had a lot of drunk conversations.
Wait, hold on, I think I have the original logo to it. Let me find it.
We had a lot of drunk conversations about each other and like figuring out our lives. And she was talking about she wanted to start a podcast. I produced a podcast, and so we were just kind of like shooting the shit about it. But I never really knew what it was going to be about. What was it going to be about?
Okay, so listen. So the Instagram page.
You had like pilot episodes recorded though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did them with. I literally. So it was gonna be just me, and I went to all of like my friends around here, and I just did podcast episodes with them. Like I had.
It was like an interview style podcast. Then?
Yeah, and I had. Well,
not always.
it wasn't interview. It was essentially kind of still what we do. Like if we have people, like when we had Madeline on last week, like. You're
like
just entangled in the conversation. Like, you're just adding to the conversation. So I had that with two people around here. And the first episode was on my own. And I started doing it all myself. Like, I had a logo and everything. I'm trying to find the logo. I hope I didn't delete it. Because this is something actually, like, I actually kind of wanted to keep it just being, like this is kind of where we started. Like, literally, Society 97 started with me wanting to do a podcast and just talking Emily's ear off about it to the point where Emily said, fine, I'm in. You know, like it just took like a couple times of convincing, and then she was like, you're right, I want to be a part of it too.
Yeah.
Hold on. I know I'm close to finding this logo.
I
saw it the other day.
My TikTok career wasn't quite taking off yet, so.
Is it now?
One might say it's moving. It's moving the needle. Is the needle moving fast? Absolutely not. But
I even forget the
needle's
name
moving.
of this podcast.
Oh, come on. You remember it.
No, I actually forget.
Really?
Yeah, but this was one of the first pictures I ever took from my podcast. I'll show the camera.
Let me cover my face up.
It's not focusing, but you can see. It's not focusing, but you can see how terrible. I literally put my phone on a self timer and said, let's do it, baby.
Hey, that's how I take my photos for my entire Instagram feed. So,
wait, this is.
I just think it's funny because
here's the night I met Emily. Did I must have deleted it.
Yeah, because you hadn't recorded your first episode before we had met, like with a person. Yet,
no, because I kind of was stalling.
Yeah,
if I'm being quite honest.
Yeah.
It must be on my laptop then, because I honestly I saw it the other day and I was like, damn.
Did you make it on Canva?
I did.
Nice.
But that was before we had
Canva Pro.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
See, you can literally start something for free. Well,
for free.
You still paid for the equipment, but you didn't have to.
Well, I paid for the equipment and then I was gonna do it off of Anchor. That's actually here. I found it. I found it as the name was Slice of Reality.
Oh, that's so the time though. Like when
it's looking
like
nostalgic.
2021, 2020. No, 2019.
This was made
Stop when?
March 11th, 2021.
Damn.
Legit 2 years ago.
That's crazy.
2 years
in 3 days.
And 2 days.
Yeah.
3 days, yeah. Here, I'll show the camera.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Slice of reality.
But anyway, yeah, so I always I guess the original start of this was I always loved podcasts and two at the time I was obsessed with listening to podcasts, and the job that I currently have now, which is the reason I moved out to Nashville, is a lot of time by yourself,
right?
And I'm driving a lot, hours, so literally the only thing that you have is your own self thoughts,
yeah,
and the radio,
yeah,
right. So I ended up I always liked podcasts, but then it kind of just took off from there. And also I was in my self-help girly era.
Yeah.
I moved. This was the first time I completely lived on my own. This was the first time that I actually took helping myself seriously, mentally. It wasn't just about, I don't want to say I want to say it wasn't just about the look of it, the aesthetic of it, oh, I'm this clean girl aesthetic where but in the back end I was still mentally fucked up. I literally was first time I ever fully went to therapy for issues that I've had.
Yeah.
And actually was like learning about nutrition and helping myself. And also the friends I had at the time too were also very like yoga, like Pilates, like that kind of like girly, which is great. And it definitely like served a time in my life.
Well, I was about to say, and also when you first like enter your like mental health, physical health era, you want to share that with people because you want other people to like realize like you don't have to hate your life. You don't have to feel like shit all the time. Like you can figure it out. So like, yeah, a podcast makes sense to like take that from what you're feeling, what you're talking about already to just like recording it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where like I was at, me and every other fucking bitch, right?
Yeah.
And like I worked on it a lot by myself just because I was like trying to get like comfortable behind the microphone and like what was like my branding gonna be and like all that kind of stuff. And at the time too, I started watching. So I don't necessarily watch her anymore, but at the time, like I was obsessed with Sarah's Day, which is like an Australian YouTuber who started a YouTube channel to like help with her acne. And she was going through like a whole like acne journey and whatever. And she literally started recording it and putting it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Then turned into like her health and fitness and her nutrition and what it is today. But that's that like self-care, like help myself kind of like aesthetic, whatever. And I got really into that. And I shit you not, I watched every single episode of this bitch's YouTube channel. Like from beginning to end. She had really good tips. Like I learned so much from her. And like she just came through like a breakup too. Was going through like her own healing journey in it too. So I felt like really connected to her. I learned a lot about nutrition because of her. Some really good things, some really like extreme things. And like all of the shit. So like I'm happy that like I went through it. I think I could have gone through it in a different manner. But anyway, so that in turn made me want to make a podcast. So me listening to podcasts all the time and then my self-help journey made me want to make a podcast. And like, yeah, to your point of just being like, I want to help everybody learn what I'm learning and do what I'm doing. And then, so then roll around. I don't think I had it. I guess I would have already met you, right? Did I meet you already? No.
You hadn't like recorded anything yet when we met. But when we met, it was like you had talked about wanting to do it. I don't think you had named it or anything yet.
Right. Because I met you October of 2020.
Correct.
So that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I had no like actual plans then.
No.
And everything. And then, yeah, legit, I just kind of pondered on it. And it's a really
you
scary
definitely,
thing.
though, like when we first met and were talking about it, I was like, fucking do it. Like,
yeah, you were definitely super like into it and like supportive from day one.
Because like at that time I had just started like at my job, like throwing the idea around of doing like a podcast for them because they had talked about wanting to do more video content and everything. So I was like, you should just do a podcast. And so when you were talking about it, I was like, oh yeah, fucking do it. Like I'm trying to do that at my job, like not be behind the mic, but be in more of like the producing role.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah, you should just fucking go for it. And I don't know.
Honestly, every single one of my friends here, all my family members, everyone was like so supportive. They were like, they're like, this would be perfect for you because like if you know me, I'm a talker. So like it just makes sense. But yeah, and then I honestly was so scared to do it. To be like, I mean, it's a really scary thing. Like, this is a scary thing. Like, there has been multiple times throughout this entire process with both Emily and I where it's like, I don't think if we didn't have each other, we would still be doing this today.
Oh, no. I mean, after that first round of like virality that we had on TikTok, if we weren't a pair, I would have stopped. Just some of the things that we were like being told and like stuff like that, like mentally, if I was doing that 100% solo, had to produce, had to make all the content, had to be the one behind the mic and behind the camera, you know what I mean? Like I couldn't do it.
It's a lot.
I would be done.
It's a lot. So, I mean, yeah, it was definitely something that like I tossed around but I was just scared. I really didn't want to do it by myself.
Yeah.
And Emily and I then slowly like became friends. We're like, I think it was around my birth. No. Was it my birthday? Or right before my birthday?
It was before your birthday, but it was hot as fuck outside because I remember I was like sweaty.
I know it was summer because I remember the outfits we wore. We both wore scarf outfits.
Yeah. That was my thing for a hot sack. I don't really know why.
Is it still on my Instagram? I really hope I took that down. Nope, it's here. It is here. August 15th.
Oh, it was after your birthday.
So it was right after my birthday. And so August 15th, then like Emily, we were sitting in her apartment and she was like asking, she was like, how's the podcast going? Like, this is what we're doing at my work and da-da-da. And I was like, and I literally looked at her and I was like, like I've recorded things, but I really just don't think, I also, part of it too about me putting it out was like, I didn't think it was good.
Right. It's like it is really hard, like validation wise, because like when it is just you, it's like, well, I mean, I like it, but like I don't have anybody else telling me like, if like, is this worth anything?
Exactly.
Like, is anybody else gonna care? Like, and you didn't have that at the time because like you were just doing it by yourself.
Exactly. So I recorded my own episode of like, hey, this is me, this is what I'm about, blah blah blah. I know I still have them. I just hope to
You need to keep those for forever, and then whenever we have like a Patreon or something, we can like put that in there.
No.
No, because you know what else we could put in there? I have a song.
Because that's just priceless. Let me tell you.
Well, so is my song. I recorded a song when I was in high school with one of my friends. We wrote it, produced it. I mixed the beat.
So this is like the collateral for both of us.
Yeah,
it's like you put this out, I put this out.
Yeah, it's like blackmail that we could have on each other.
So then I recorded.
Don't fuck me over, bitch. Or I'm putting that shit out.
So then I ended up recording the second episode with our like mutual friend. That's how I met Emily. I recorded an episode with her, and I honestly forget the topic of it. Honestly, I think it was just like how we became friends. Oh, you know what it was about? It was using BFF Bumble. That's what we talked about the whole time because that's how we met, and like recommendations on it, all that kind of stuff. So we talked about BFF Bumble, and then the second episode was gonna be with, ironically, her boyfriend now. And he and I talked about using dating apps and like what like you should or shouldn't do in order to like get a date with a guy and like all that kind of stuff. Like, is it too forward to do this? Is it too forward to do that?
Right.
Honestly, it was actually like an interesting episode. But yeah, so those were my 3 episodes, and my biggest thing for it was I wanted to have 3 episodes before I put it out, so I was like ahead of content. That's what I kept telling myself. I want to be ahead of content. And then I think I honestly sat on them for a little bit, not very long, before Emily and I then decided like, we'd just be better if we did it together. It would just be good. Yeah. So anyway, August 15th, I guess.
Yeah, there you go. The podcast was born.
The podcast was born literally. Like Emily was like, "Hey, I want to come over." It was a Friday night. I know that because we always went on Friday nights together. And you were like, "Hey, you want to go out together?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." Went to Forever 21, bought a top, as one does.
Yeah, of course.
And then came over and we were sitting there and I think we took pictures first because we also did that all the time. And then I was like,
talk about self-timer, bitch. That's all we did. No, we did. We just did video.
We took videos.
Screenshot.
And it was bad on your iPhone 8.
Oh, so bad.
It was and it was front facing too.
It was giving foggy.
We knew nothing.
Yeah, because we had to know what we looked like, of course.
We knew nothing.
No.
And also it was on like your like point and shoot camera too. We would do stuff on that.
With like the auto filter on it.
Yeah, not cute. Not cute at all.
It's giving Facetune.
It's giving nothing. So then, and I remember this, Emily was standing at her bar because she always would do that on the one side, and I think she was drinking red wine, and I was sitting on the other side. I remember details like
red wine before going out. That, y'all, just saying, this is the reason I'm sober now, because that was the shit I would pull, and then I go drink vodka sodas and tequila shots out. So
that's actually accurate.
If you know somebody with that type of behavior, have a talk with them.
I know when I got there, you were drinking red wine because you made us dinner.
Oh my God. The fuck?
You used to do that too.
Man, I'm romantic.
She was like, I need a friend bad.
I was like, a man friend, I don't care.
I just need something. So then I know she had that, and then we ended up drinking White Claws because
oh God.
Yeah, because then we shotgunned a White Claw once we decided to do our podcast together.
This story is so much cringier listening to it like POV. Like, I hate it. I hate this story.
Yeah, so no, I was sitting there and she asked
That's the most frat boy bullshit. Yo, dude, like, you're cool and I'm cool. We should start a podcast. Yeah, fuck yeah. Let's shotgun these White Claws to christen the moment. I hate that for us. I literally hate that for us.
No, okay, I have videos of us that night. So
I do too. I have some.
Wait, no, I deleted my
rooftop.
Snapchat.
Oh, I did too.
I would have to download my Snapchat again to get those out, but we
same.
might have to. We
Yeah.
might have to for like nostalgia purposes.
That's so funny.
So,
We're at that rooftop and I'm like, screaming per usual. And I said something and I was like, "We're starting a podcast, bitch!"
Yes,
and oh my god, I was so sweaty all the time.
oh
So
yeah, we were at
sweaty.
Miranda Lambert's bar.
Yeah, on the roof in like August.
Not cute.
No.
Not. We also walked from your fucking apartment down there. So already off to a bad start. And we shotgunned White Claws like going out.
And I probably had an entire bottle of red wine, knowing me.
Probably.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
No, but yeah, we literally.
Different time.
It was just like, you want to, I want to.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go. And then so we walked our sorry asses down to Broadway, and we said we have no clue what the fuck we're gonna do with this.
Yeah, no.
But here we go, and here we are.
Yeah.
Today, I mean, literally, like, and I know we've told this story before, but like legit next day, we like I remember this like probably like. Actually, I don't think we ever went like this in depth about this. Like,
I don't
this
think
idea,
we've never even had this conversation this in depth before, let alone like on the mic.
No. So, like, multiple times throughout the night, we both would just be like, "We're doing a podcast, right?" Like, we both kept like
wanted to make sure, like, hey, this wasn't just a drunk thing, right?
This wasn't just a joke.
Because I'm gonna be really embarrassed tomorrow if I text you about it and you don't remember.
Yeah. And so I slept at Emily's house. I would sleep at Emily's house all the time.
Yeah.
At that time, because I lived like 35 minutes away.
Yeah.
So I was on her couch and I woke up and I left per usual. And at night she was like, "You can leave whenever, but I'm gonna text you at the podcast tomorrow."
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And like at this time, like Emily and I were not close friends. We were straight up drinking friends. So a part of me too was like, if she doesn't text me, it's okay. But like also like, I really hope this bitch does.
Yeah.
Because like I really hope she does.
Yeah. That was only like the second or third time we'd ever hung out
solo.
Yeah.
And then
we really went on a whim with this whole thing. We literally went 0 to, all right, we're business partners overnight.
All right, make an LLC, bitch.
Yeah.
We like trademarked the name like 6 months into us knowing each other.
I literally did. I was like, we should trademark this shit. You're like, yeah, probably. I'm like, okay, cool.
Here we go. But yeah, so that next morning, she was like, "Hey, we're still good for the podcast." And I was like, "Hey, I'm still down for the podcast."
Yeah.
And you were like, "Okay, bet." And then you literally were like, "What's a name idea you have?" And I think you said something. And I was like, "How about, I know this might be like kind of corny, but like how about Society of Seven?" Literally was like the second name we thought of.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the first one was.
I've literally no idea.
No, and
I
it was
so hungover.
all I know is it was like the second name, and you were like, "I love it."
Yeah.
And I was like, "I love it too." And then we were like, "Okay, want to meet Sunday and start working on this?" And then literally went 0 to 100 with it.
Yeah. I honestly, like, what's so crazy about the whole podcast thing is like, it's so funny, like on social media when people who are just like being trolls or whatever, they're like, "Oh, this is prime definition of let's start a podcast conversation," or like, "Oh, anybody can have a podcast now." And I'm like, you literally can. Like, that is how like accessible it is. But when I tell you, like, this is a fucking full-time job on top of like your normal job, because this is not making us any money. I don't think a lot of people realize that. And like, especially when I'm around my parents, they'll be like, "Oh my God, you've been working for like 14 hours straight." And I'm like, yeah, because I have a normal job. Like, I have to do this at night or whatever. And it's one of those things where it's like, the day we started, we have not stopped since that day.
No.
Like, I
mean, it's definitely, I would say, it's gotten easier in areas.
Oh,
But
100%.
it's gotten harder in areas.
Yeah.
So, like, for both of us, like, legit, I would say probably, like, 5 or 6 nights a week, you and I were together on my couch downstairs for God knows how long.
Yeah.
I would come over after. So, I work out, like, close to where she used to live.
Yeah.
So, I would come over after that, and we would, like, edit shit together, do shit together. And
I was also in grad school.
You were also in grad school, yeah.
So like I had like night classes some days a week.
Mm-hmm. So they worked around that and everything.
Yeah.
And then I would say now it's a lot easier in the fact that like we just have a system.
Yeah.
Like, we know what days we're recording. We know what like your expectations are, my expectations. Like it just like
Yeah.
that's kind of
And we
like,
understand our audience now. Like that was like
Yeah.
a big thing for a long time, was just like we didn't know what like you guys wanted to hear. And also you guys didn't exist for a really long time, like being quite frank. Like
over
there
a
was
year.
no audience.
Over
Like,
a year. We
it was
probably only
probably
had like,
our close friends and family.
like
And then a couple of maybe random people who like I don't know how they found it.
like first episode popped off because of nosy ass bitches.
Exactly. It
who
was
didn't
like
stay around
everybody
for part 2.
No, it was like everybody from like high school or college who was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like they were embarrassed for us.
Yeah.
And honestly,
But even
after
like,
hearing that, I actually
I blacked out all of those first like 30
those
episodes.
first episodes. I hope all of your ears are not bleeding because I don't.
When people say they go back and listen to all of them, I'm like, oh,
Ugh.
don't tell me that. Just start at 50 or something. That's when the flow started. Honestly, start at the new studio.
Yes.
Honestly,
Yeah.
pretend that whole last thing never happened.
Yeah. No. No. But I mean, that's a part of it. And I
Yeah.
will say, like, okay, yeah, this is our origin story, right? But like,
yeah.
it doesn't matter what you want to start. Like, you legit
Totally.
just have to start it,
Mhm.
and you're gonna be shit,
Yeah.
and we're still shit.
Yeah.
Like, if we're being real, like, we are still shit.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I think that we've grown so much and we've learned so much, but like, it's still not where, I mean, hopefully in 10 years it could be.
Yeah. And I
Like-
think it's also one of those things where it's like, it's not where we expected it to be in a positive way and also in kind of like a negative way.
Yeah.
You know, like I think honestly, like if you asked me a year ago if we would be like where we are right now, I would say yeah and some. But at the same time, working through it in the actual real life timeline, I'm like shocked
Yeah.
that it's the way that it is now.
Right.
But like me a year ago, my cocky ass, I was like, oh my God, we're going to have a fucking deal with Spotify in a year. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like,
no, we both were like very optimistic.
yeah.
And I think delusionally we had to be.
yeah.
You have to be. And then we still are.
yeah.
Like, outside of here, not that we're cocky at all, but like
Mhm.
outside of here, like, we'll be like, okay, well, like, we have goals.
Mhm.
And like, it's okay. We've also realized, and like, I think what's something that Emily and I are both really good about is like pivoting
yeah.
and like doing different things and like, okay, this isn't working or this is working, or like, okay, like, I mean, we've even changed our vlog style, I don't know how many times.
And like very vocal about it with one another. And like, I
Yes.
think that's why it works too, because it's like, not only it's like, oh yeah, we should pivot. It's like, we should pivot and I'm going to tell you why I don't like this and I'm going to get your feedback on it. But like, it's always like, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
You know, it's never like, I don't want to offend you by telling you this. You
and
know?
also like, I feel like if it was something that was also important, we would both like,
Yeah,
whatever.
totally.
But I think at the time we also both feel it and we're like,
Mhm.
okay, we gotta like switch it up. But like, legit, if you are wanting to start a podcast or you're wanting to start anything in social media or even not in social media, it's just like out of the norm, not in the social, like what society says your job should be, right?
Right.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Like, just start, because like it's not gonna be perfect. It still is not perfect for us. It's like,
No.
it's a whole learning process, and I think that's like in honestly anything.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think especially social media. And like what I've learned too from even just like my personal social media, like trying to grow that, is like just fucking shit post. Like literally just post anything and everything that you think of, because the dumbest shit is what actually gets traction. We've seen that on our show all the time.
Yeah.
Like the clips that we are like, this needs to be viral because what we're saying is so important and meaningful, never goes viral. It's always the stupid ass fucking shit that we're like, this is the dumbest and most embarrassing video of all time. Why does it have 3 million views?
Yeah.
Like we're literally talking about sniffing our crotches and that's what popped off or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's like, you never know until you just do it. And honestly, like, especially if you're trying to do something in social media, like, people are going to judge you, but at the end of the day, it's like, it's your name behind it. So as long as you care and you think it's good, like, who cares?
Right. And it's just consistency too. Like, that's a big thing. But like, yeah, again, we're talking like we have fucking 3 million fucking followers across platforms and whatever.
Mhm.
Like, we don't. We're still growing and we're still
Right.
learning. But like, Yeah, it's actually kind of cool. We never like went through our actual like origin story like in depth.
No, and people have like asked a lot. Like people are like, oh, how'd you guys meet? Like whatever. And like we've kind of gone through that. But yeah, I don't think we've ever like talked through like the origin of the podcast. And honestly, a lot of it is really boring, just like business stuff.
Yeah.
That like in the back end we've dealt with this whole time. But like, yeah, the actual just like drunken night out origin story was very much the same conversation I'm sure a lot of you have had with your friends when you're just like, we should start a podcast.
No, legit, it's not even we should start a podcast. It's let's go on vacation.
Yeah.
It's the a lot of my friends, like, we have a lot of vacations planned, but we haven't gone nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, that's what that's giving.
Yeah, exactly.
But like,
just do it. And like, yeah, if you don't have the money, don't do it. But honestly, like, even if you don't have a ton of money, this is financial advice, so listen up. You cannot take your money to the grave. So right now, it's a recession. Money's going to be bad regardless. If going on a vacation is going to make you happy and that means that you can't afford to get your nails done that month or whatever, fuck it. Just go on the vacation. Like,
bro,
there's one thing that I've learned.
I cannot wait to go on vacation.
Exactly.
I'm so ready because we haven't. Well, you went to Cabo last year, but like,
yeah,
I have not been like on a vacation to like relax in like 3 years.
Yeah,
4
I mean
years?
that was the first time I had in a really long time. Like in college for spring break, I was actually thinking about this today because I've been seeing a bunch of people like post their spring break stuff like on TikTok and Instagram. I was like, wait, what did I do in college for spring break? I went to Branson, Missouri 2 years in a row to go to Silver Dollar City, which is an amusement park that's themed like a pioneer town. 2 years in a row. When I was high school, or maybe I was in high school.
No, because the way that today Emily would make fun of anybody who did
I
that
didn't
2
do
years
it.
in a row.
I went with my parents. My parents like were like, hey, we're going to because they used to keep their boat on that lake.
Oh.
So they'd be like, hey, we're going to this lake. Like, you want to come? And I was like, well, I don't want to go to Gulf Shores, Alabama with my sorority sisters. So I guess. I don't think I did that in college now that I think about it. I think that was a high school thing. What the fuck did I do in college? I think I did nothing. I went to Mexico 1 year with my family, but it was like a summer vacation thing. But like, I don't think I paid for any of my own like college like group trips because I didn't take any. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My little brother did. He went on like vacation like every like spring break with his like fraternity brothers or whatever.
Yeah, no. Not for me. That's why I'm like, damn, I cannot wait to just go feel the sun in Cabo.
Yeah.
I'm ready for that.
I can't wait for the fact that we're going 2 days after my marathon and my body's going to be so destroyed and there's a hot tub and I feel like I'm just going to sit in that and like cook.
Also, the fact that you're going to have to get onto a plane after that too, you're going to be exhausted.
I'm going to have like, what is it when like you get like a blood clot from not moving on a plane because my muscles are going to be so destroyed.
Wear your fucking
my
compression socks.
sleeves. I was thinking about that, like just walking through the airport is going to be because I ran like 8 miles this weekend, and after that, like I was like out for the day for the rest of the day.
Okay, how do you think this half marathon is gonna go this weekend?
It's gonna be terrible. And the
how
high,
many miles is that?
13.1.
Okay,
and the high is only like gonna be like 30 something during the run.
Have you run a half marathon yet?
Yeah,
okay,
but I haven't like done a race format before.
Right, no, yeah, I know. I just don't know if you like ran that many miles, like training yet.
I've done it before, but I'm nervous because like recently I've been having like knee problems and like my foot has been a fucking issue recently, and I'm like, I don't know. It's fine because like I'm gonna have to run this amount of miles anyways, like to lead up to the marathon, but at the same time I'm kind of like, this is kind of a bad weekend for it because like my knee has been really fucked up.
I mean, honey,
So
it's
it's like-
St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah,
What better way
I
to
don't.
celebrate St. Patrick himself? Did you know?
What is that holiday?
Do you
for?
know in Ireland it's an Irish holiday,
Right, but what is it?
Okay, it's literally like their Easter. I swear. So when I lived there,
Mm-hmm.
I literally wanted to go in the spring because I wanted to be there for St. Patrick's Day. Waste. It is literally just a bunch of Americans drunk.
I was about to say it's an Americanized holiday, like
Yes.
the drinking, the partying part of it.
So like if you're actually Irish, like everybody there was like a ghost town. Besides like the bars and stuff.
It's
right?
a religious holiday, correct? In Ireland?
Correct.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's literally like, it's almost like Easter. Like that's how like they honor it. Like you like go to your grandparents' house and have like a meal and hang out with like Aunt and Uncle Kathy.
Yeah.
Like that's literally.
You don't get fucked up at 8:30 in the morning and take your shirt off.
No,
and...
like it is actually, it's like legit like a Catholic holiday. Like the only way like I could explain it is like it's literally equivalent to Easter.
I knew it was like a religious holiday like in Ireland, but I didn't know why we celebrated it here.
No, so like everyone now that's like, oh, I want to be there for St. Patrick's Day. Like my goal in life is to go to Ireland, which I've heard this multiple times.
No, go
my
to Chicago.
goal in life is to go to Ireland on St. Patrick's Day. And I said, don't go. I said, because all you're going to see is other drunk Americans.
Yeah.
Save your money.
You can see that shit in Ohio, bitch.
Because don't go when it's St. Patrick's Day to Ireland, because Ireland is honestly like a very beautiful country.
Yeah.
And there's so much to do there and so much to see, and it's an island, so like it's really not big. Like it really takes you 3 hours to get any point of the island, like other side of stuff. And like there's just so much there. Like the culture in Ireland is amazing. Like I loved living there. And I say living there, I studied abroad there. Like, who the fuck am I? But
yeah, I tell people I lived in Texas. I had an internship for 3 months there. And I'm like, oh, yeah, back when I lived in Texas.
I mean, I was there for like 4 months. But I did have to get student citizenship in Ireland. So technically, and no one will ever see that card.
Yeah.
Because that is the ugliest picture I've ever taken in my entire life. That I literally like, that is not cute.
No, that's my ID
Put that
photo.
on a shirt.
That's so
because
bad.
I've showed you this before.
Yeah, you show me.
It's not cute. It's not good. But yeah, so I don't know. Don't go to Ireland then. Literally just stay in America, because that's all you're gonna do. But why I'm saying this is because like if you go over, then it's a holiday, right? So what's the point in being in a country when like the whole country shut down?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Why wouldn't you just go when it's warmer? I'm gonna be real. Go there when it's warmer.
That's what I would suggest
cold.
about any traveling. Like, don't go to the place when it's like cold, especially if it's a really cold
the
place.
amount of people that I've seen the past like 2-3 weeks in Colorado to like go like snowboarding and skiing.
Yeah.
Absurd.
I've never done that in my life.
Oh, I love skiing. It's so fun. But also to ski in Colorado is very
Well, it's a very
expensive.
rich person thing to do. Like, you can't casually ski in Colorado unless you're like wealthy.
Not in Colorado, but like
my
my sister and her husband live by mountains in Pennsylvania. So I would go with them. Like they're the ones who taught me how to ski. And like that's accessible. Like I'm pretty sure like the year pass to go there is like 1 day skiing in Colorado.
Right. Yeah. No, Colorado's so expensive, and like Montana is like the same thing. A lot of people will go to Montana and like ski there.
Yeah, I've seen so many people there that's like but to me that sounds miserable. If I'm taking vacation days, okay.
I also don't want to like work.
Listen,
that's a lot of exercise.
I say this as if every single Christmas I don't go home to Pennsylvania and it fucking snows. But if I'm taking vacation days, I am not going to the snow. And I say that again as if I don't use my vacation days the past 3 years to go back to Pennsylvania.
But that's like a holiday. That's different.
Yeah. But that's also
different.
like, okay, that's not like a vacation.
No.
Because
actually,
honestly, going home is stressful.
You know what I was thinking about today? And I think I said this somewhere. I don't know where. I said it. I might have just been talking to myself. But I said, why doesn't a spring break exist in the corporate world? Because think about it. Most of the people have like children or whatever who also have spring break. So why are you forcing your employees to use their vacation time for that when like, I don't know, like a lot of companies don't have the difference between like a sick day and a vacation day, and it's like limited. Like, okay, you get 3 sick days, but you get 7 vacation days. It's like, I don't want to have to use a vacation if I have the fucking flu. We should have corporate spring break. That should be a thing, because we only have Christmas and fucking Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving is like 2 days, and also it's so close to Christmas.
Honestly, yeah. What is it? And you might like at like the 4th of July, you get a day.
If it's on a day of the week, which last year was on a weekend, so we didn't get it.
Yeah, but they should still honor it on one of the days.
Yeah,
they're normally on it like Monday.
Yeah,
like
but
Friday
that doesn't count to me. Like if it's like a Friday or a Monday, like
but you still got off for it.
I guess. Like we didn't get off on MLK Day this year.
No, we didn't either.
Like what the fuck?
We didn't either.
That's weird.
And that told me a lot about my company.
Yeah, I think mine is like we have unlimited PTO, so they're like, if you want to take off, take off. But
facts.
It's really awkward.
I don't have unlimited PTO. I have. Vacation days.
I also think unlimited PTO is kind of bullshit because it guilts you into never taking off. Because how many days have I taken off?
Never. And this year when you go to Cabo, I'm not letting you work.
No, I've already not taken that. I've taken off 2 whole days the whole time I've worked.
And those were just travel days.
Yeah, like it wasn't like I was doing anything. Like I still worked once I got home.
No, so I take my vacation days because I don't have unlimited. And also like I get paid for them. And then we have sick days. We have it's like personal slash like sick days, like the same thing. I think I get like 3 a year.
That's such bullshit because you know how many times that like I've needed a mental health day and like that would have to qualify as like a sick day or a vacation day.
Right.
Stupid.
Right. But also like the nature of my job too, which like I'm thankful for, but like the nature of my job is that like I get to like, I don't want to say like make my own schedule because like I definitely have like a time like that I'm like working, but also it's like
you're not like in a cubicle for 8 hours.
Exactly. Like I'm not like in a cubicle.
I mean,
like,
I'm not
whatever.
either, but like I also think that kind of confuses the line though too, because sometimes I'm like, oh well, you know, it's 5:30. Maybe also, I should just like keep working.
Well, the big thing for you too is like you have the ability to work from home. You can literally work from anywhere. So like if you aren't feeling well, you can still work.
Exactly. Well, literally on Monday, I woke up. I had this like weird like, I don't know, like the past few nights, I've been like waking up in like a cold sweat like every night. And it's so strange. And like on Monday, I had like a very, very low grade fever like at like 3 a.m. and then it never happened again. Like it was just so random. And then like I don't feel sick at all. Like I feel fine. And that morning I was like, I just like feel like exhausted. Like it was like a weird like, I didn't feel sick. I just felt exhausted.
Yeah.
And I was like, I really just like feel like I should take off. But because I'm able to literally work from my bed, I didn't. But I was like, this was stupid. Like I should have just taken the day off because I wasn't even busy. I was just creating work for myself because it's like it's so hard when you work from home, like drawing the line.
Well, you know,
especially because I don't have a separate like office area or anything
because of working from home, but then also like the unlimited PTO thing.
Yeah.
The thing is because of like the way we were raised, like the environment in which we were raised in, like because my parents couldn't work from home, like. So they had to go into work. Yeah. And like legit, unless you were on your deathbed, like you still made it to work because you don't have the days, right? Like, so like that's just a very traditional like business structure. But then like the new way of business, because like you can kind of work from anywhere at this point in this world because of COVID, which honestly, I'm not saying that COVID was a good thing, but like as far as like business and stuff goes, it probably was like a really good thing, like for the environment of the employees.
For the employee, yeah.
Yeah.
Except for those companies that are being like, hey, by the way, we still are paying a mortgage on this building. We need you guys to come back in the office now. Could you imagine being like 2 years of working from home and then they're like, so sorry, 5 days a week. We need you back in this bitch.
No, I do know a lot of people that are like, okay, we're doing like 2
hybrid
days. Yeah, like 2 days a week or 3 days a week, whatever, which is like, I feel like that's nice though. Cause at least it's like you have like
the option
difference of like your days. Like at least it like, you know, it feels different every day.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. I feel like that'd be kind of nice. But like, I don't know. I just feel like the way that it is now. So like you still have the mentality of feeling guilty for not going to work or not doing those things because of like, you had to still go to school or you watched mom and dad still go to work. But like now it's like just not how the world is. Yeah. So it's like, oh.
Yeah. It's a very like hard line to like draw for yourself, which is like, I think that's why it always feels like I'm working. Because it's like even the days where it's like I should have just taken today off, I felt bad because I'm like, but I already can work from home.
Yeah.
It's like I might as well keep working.
Facts.
And it's dumb. That's a whole personal issue, but like I feel like a bunch of people can relate to that.
That's a whole personal issue. I know. I know. This whole episode was a bunch of personal stuff.
So I did have a kind of random question though.
Okay.
Have you watched the new season of You yet?
I didn't even know a new season came out.
Did you watch the last season?
I did.
Okay.
But I will say, based off the last season, I just feel like it's getting too repetitive. And that's how I feel about the new season of OBX.
I didn't watch the new season of Outer Banks or the last season because I felt like that after the first season. I was like, I'm good on this. Like I liked the story. It was fun. But then I was like, how much more of this running around can we do?
So like, okay, so then for you, and I'm not trying to ruin it for everybody else, but for you, like, so second season of OBX, they like have a new treasure that they're finding.
Oh,
then
Yeah, the last season I saw was when they like it was like John B and whatever the fuck her name is are in the water, and they like escape on that boat or whatever.
Yes.
That was the last.
Yes, and then everyone thinks that they like died, and they like the cops are trying to find them, right?
Mhm.
Well, then obviously they're alive. They end up to be in like a different country. They like have a whole other thing that they're like going on. They end up meeting this other girl. It's a whole fucking thing. Then the friends, the other Pogues, end up finding them.
Okay.
Now they have a whole other treasure that they're trying to find that's like bigger, because like the last treasure led them to a bigger treasure.
Right.
And then this treasure, so like the whole point of that last season was to basically find this cross that is part of Pope's family's like lineage. And he wants to find it, but then Rave, John B's girlfriend's brother, ends up getting it. It's a whole fucking thing. The Camerons are like, they're all fucked. And then John B and Sarah Cameron end up getting married. Okay.
Aren't they like 16 in the show?
Yeah. So then, and also we're at the time we're dating in real life. So then season 3, when they were recording, they weren't dating in real life anymore.
You could tell.
Yes.
Ew.
And also they made the scenes definitely more catered to the fact that they weren't together anymore.
Yeah.
So it was like whatever. So then that whole thing happened, but when they lose the cross, the last episode, they throw it into the ocean. Rave ends up getting it out of the ocean, but they're in the water going away. So then the next season, they start off living on an island, deserted.
Okay.
It's a whole thing.
Is it kind
now
of the same?
So then they're chasing other treasure. Also, they find John B's dad. John B's dad's alive. When in season 1, the first episode, you find out that John B's dad's dead.
Right.
And that's why he's doing this.
I kind of
for
figured his
dad.
dad was alive, though, after the first season ended.
Well, he was
there was
in
like
Barbados.
hints to that. Yeah.
He was in Barbados.
Rihanna's hometown.
Yes, that's what I thought too. So then they fucking go to Barbados. They do this whole other fucking shit to find this other, like, something of El Dorado. I don't even fucking know.
Yeah.
At this point, bitch, y'all are just chasing. They find it. Don't you worry. They found.
Okay.
Of course, they fucking found it.
Right.
And of course, they got away from all the bad guys.
Or is there another season?
Oh no, they just renewed for season 4.
Jesus. That's how I felt about like Riverdale, because that show had like an insanely good first season. And then after that,
Riverdale season 1 and 2 were good.
The end of season 2 got weird because
Yes,
they started
I do
introducing like weird, like supernatural, like weird stuff.
Yeah.
And then when they did the crossover with like the Sabrina, the teenage witch, like that whole world, that was weird because I was like,
yeah,
I was watching both the shows at the same time. But it's also weird because the Sabrina show was a Netflix original and Riverdale is a CW. So the fact that they like shared plot lines was so random to me. I was like, what the fuck? And then it just got so fucking strange. And like the musical aspect of it was confusing. And then also after watching the clips of Cole Sprouse on Call Her Daddy, like I go back and I think about
I actually wanted to watch that one.
I haven't watched it. I just saw the clips on TikTok of him literally smoking a cigarette in the studio, and I was so
not
repulsed.
A cigarette.
Yes, it was.
Are you sure?
It was a Marlboro. It had the fucking yellow and the thing on the end.
See, I saw it when it was like smoking, and the way that it was, I thought it was a joint.
No. It was a literal cigarette. It was disgusting.
Oh, I thought it was a joint.
No, I wish it was a joint.
Why would you not be? Why would you be smoking a cigarette like that in there?
Just smoke a vape, like you weirdo.
That's weird.
No, that's what.
No, but that's also why I thought it was a joint.
No, exactly. No, it was a literal cigarette. It was so gross. And like, also, if I was Alex Cooper, I would be like, "Hey, bud, let's not do that."
So, okay, I'll watch it and let you know if he asks first.
I'm sure he does because she plays like. I saw this thing on TikTok and this girl was like, Alex Cooper is like what Joe Rogan is to women. Like the girls who really
people have known this, yeah.
No, but like the girls who like Alex Cooper are the same type of people who like are the female equivalent to the guys who like Joe Rogan.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
no, yeah, 100%.
So it's like it makes sense that she was trying to be like the cool girl about it. But if that was my show and you fucking lit up a cigarette in my face, I would say, no. What the fuck?
No.
Where is your fucking manager? Why is he letting you or she letting you do this?
Break.
Yeah. But leave. Like, that's disgusting.
We can take a break. You can go outside and
also,
smoke.
I hate to be
Let's
that
finish
person.
This thought and we'll come back.
But, like, vaping was literally invented as, like, I feel like a courtesy to everybody else. Because everybody was so fucking tired of smelling cigarette smoke. They're like, just, if you're so damn addicted, suck on this. It smells like candy.
Suck on this.
Like, good God, get that shit out of here. Like, the fact that he had the audacity to do that in a studio, is beyond me, because it's a closed space and it's like there's no air getting
That
in.
shit, like she went in there next week and was like, what?
Yeah, exactly. And no, he was just such a weirdo, and like he was playing, but my whole point of that is like he was playing the role that he plays on Jughead, but like as Jughead, but just like in real life. And I was like, ew, that's your actual personality. That is so unattractive.
No, but also he's been playing that role for so long, he's probably encompassed it.
Yeah.
Like, sadly, it's just true. Like, that happens to a lot of actors.
Yeah, he's just like such a. It was just
Wait,
like
what were you
such
gonna
a
say
weirdo.
about You?
Oh, anyways, I watched the most recent season of You, and it was interesting. Also, the way it ended, I hope there's not another season, because I don't think you can keep doing it. It was like one of those things where it was like, okay, still the weird, like,
Right, so that's why I didn't watch it, because I saw like the whole like thing on Netflix, like when you go on Netflix and it gives you like the preview, whatever, and he basically, so like, he leaves his wife, right, and he basically
he
finds
kills his wife.
He killed her, right, in the last episode.
Yeah,
Or not the last season.
He faked his death by setting their house on fire, and he left his kid with the gay neighbors, and he just goes to Paris,
right,
and kills
then,
Love.
Okay. I forgot.
Because he follows Marianne, the girl, the librarian or whatever. Who
You know
he had,
what?
like,
I
crush
don't ever
on.
think I finished the last season.
Well, I just ruined it for you.
I'm not even mad about it. I really think that I didn't finish the last season because I was like, oh my god, this is just like fucking, like, it's just too repetitive.
Yeah. Also, so I'm watching it, and like I will say they did a good job of like kind of transforming the story a bit and making it less about like the woman chase thing and more about like this like struggle that he's having with like himself, and like I don't know. And then there was like a very good twist at the end. But I will say, like, after it ended, I was like, if they make another season of this, it will flop so hard, because it needs to be done right now. Like, it could have been done last season, but now it really needs to be done.
No, because the way that I hated after season 2, when he looked out his like back door window, because like him and Love just got that house, and then he sees the neighbor over there.
I'm like, I'm so
and he was
tired
like,
of this
and
narrative.
you. And then it fucking stopped, and I was like,
I'm like, I'm
alright.
so tired of this
Yeah,
narrative.
I think that I'm done with You. I think I'm done with OBX at this point. Like, I think
most
it's
of the
over.
Netflix originals are just like chuggy at this point. Like, they're
It's just-
cringy.
Well, because like honestly,
it's too much. They're milking it way too long.
Honestly, I feel like 2 seasons and you gotta cut it, because like after like, you know, I feel like after season 1 you're
Right,
longing
unless
for
you
more.
have just like the most incredible storyline of all time, we really don't need more than 12 episodes.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So I feel like season 1, people want more after that.
Yeah.
So give them more.
Yeah.
I'm not mad about
Do
that,
a
because
6-episode season.
because season two is, it's gonna be repetitive because of the concept, but it gives me more. But after season 2, I'm like, okay, I understand.
Also, it takes too long. Like, that's my thing, is like, it takes too many years between season. That's why I stopped watching Stranger Things, because it was
my
like
God.
fucking 10 years. I cannot wait this long and
I
remember.
haven't-
Like, I stopped watching after my after I lived in Texas. That was like the last season that I watched,
I think
because it was like after that it was a 4-year hiatus until the next season.
Yes, because that's when the pandemic started. So I think I haven't watched it since then either. I watched it since like they were like the arcade.
Yeah, that was
That's-
the last one
yeah.
I watched. Where the mall, where they
whatever it was. Yeah. But
that was the
same
last
thing.
one I watched, and I was like, okay. I was like really hype after it. I was like, yeah, let's go next season. But like, it's been too long, so I never watched the most recent season.
Yeah, and I feel bad because actually, like, I genuinely like that show. Like, I actually feel like
did
it's
too.
good because that's actually not too repetitive. That's just too long in between. And
Yeah.
I'm not going back to watch it because it's very intense.
Yeah, and also like it's very like the plot lines are very detailed, so it's like I don't care to like rewatch an hour-long episode to get like a microgram of like what the story is about.
Exactly.
So yeah,
I agree.
I don't know. Netflix, I'm kind of over you. That's why I've also been starting to watch K-dramas, because it's like 12 episodes total, and then it's over, and the whole thing is like leaves you on the edge of your toes, each one. It's like but I also only really watch like mystery, murder, like crime stuff on there. So
Love it.
like it's good.
I
But
love it.
yeah, I don't know. Also with You, I watched like the whole season in like a day and a half, because like I just had it on kind of in the background or whatever as I was like doing shit. For 2 nights in a row, I had dreams of me killing people.
Should stop that.
Yeah. and that's why I was waking up sweating in the middle of the night.
Oh, so you withheld information earlier.
Yeah, but it caused me to have a fucking fever, bro, because I was like having dreams of like being like chased and shit and like killing people. Do you ever have dreams like that? Like, have you ever killed somebody in your dreams? Never?
No, but
Have you ever been killed in a dream?
so okay, I've actually heard a thing where you like actually can't die in a dream, because if you do, you apparently die in real life.
Whoa, the fuck?
I don't know if that's true, but I've heard that before.
I've never died in a dream, but when I've been about to die, I wake up.
Exactly, but that I think that's what the theory is. Yeah, I've been close to death in my dreams.
Yeah, like I've fallen, and like if I would have stayed asleep, I would have died, but I just wake up.
Yeah.
Like shit like that. No, I've been stabbed in dreams before and woken up with literal pain, like feeling like I've been stabbed. Like it's so strange. Like my dreams are very much like, I'd also be interested to like have like a camera or something, because I feel like I've got to be doing some crazy shit, because I wake up in literal like sweaty. Like I changed my sheets today because it was so bad this morning. Like I was sweating so much last night.
Guys, Emily loves you. she's really going to you. No. I mean, I've had night sweats too. I mean, that's just like, it's a thing.
Yeah.
But I don't remember my dream. I don't know. I honestly had some crazy ass dreams recently, and I don't know why. They're like weird as fuck. Like just not even close to reality.
Mine are very far away from reality, but at the same time, I feel like if I was a different person, could happen.
Oh,
Like if that makes sense. Like if I wasn't me and I lived like in a different like setting or a different
you would
life.
kill people?
No. But like it's like it was like not me killing people. It was like because I was like about to die.
Oh, because like you had
Like I'd been like kidnapped
it was
or
like,
like
yeah,
like
your
shit like that.
safety.
Yeah, like so it's not like realistic in the sense of like I could see this happening to me tomorrow, but like in a certain situation, I could see this happening.
Right, and that's the shit that scares me.
And it's so scary.
That's the shit that scares me. That's why I don't like. That's when I don't mind like suspenseful things, and I don't mind scary things, but I hate when scary things are real like that.
Yeah.
That's why like The Lovely Bones.
Oh god, that movie is so horrible. Like sad.
Yes, but that's why that's probably one of the, like the only like scary movies I ever like actually sat through and like watched again. But
Stanley Tucci is so incredible in that movie.
But like honestly terrified, because like that's so real.
Yeah.
That is so real, where that's like, I can't do that shit. I cannot do that shit. But like just jumping out, like scary shit, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I'll give you that and then I'm fine. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know. I kind of.
But it doesn't stick with me like
yeah,
that does.
I agree. I think that's why I had issue with like that Dahmer show and like shows like that are like obviously like that's based off a real story. But like even certain things that like feel very real, I don't love. Like I like more like. Yeah, like true horror, where it's like, okay, unless you really believe in ghosts or like the paranormal or something, that shit's probably not gonna happen.
Have you been in my house?
Yeah. I don't know. The more and more weird shit that happens in here, the more I'm like, maybe there is like a third dimension.
I do think so.
I think there's another dimension. I don't know if I believe in ghosts. I think there might be like a parallel dimension existing at the same time.
But the thing is, like, there's definitely something bigger than us.
No.
What is it?
Right. That's why, but I'm like, I don't know if they're dead people. I think it might just be like other beings.
Okay.
You know?
Well, like,
I don't know. I hope if I die, I'm just gone.
We have a little trickster up in this bitch.
I don't want to come back. I just want to be gone. Like, don't make me come back. Don't make me come. I don't want to haunt anybody. I just want to be gone. Like, just let me be gone. Can you imagine dying and being like so at peace with your life, and then you just like open your eyes and you're like a see-through ghost, and you're like in some loser's creepy ass house in the middle of the country, and you're like, the fuck? They spawned me here? This is where I have to haunt the rest of my life?
Yeah, but
I can never leave?
But that's where I'm doing crazy shit.
I guess that's true.
You're gonna have the most fun there.
That's true.
That's where I'm doing crazy shit.
Like, what else do you do? You're cursed there for
I'm
an
slamming
eternity?
doors. I'm opening windows. I'm doing the shit. If I'm gonna be out in the middle of nowhere like
I'm gonna like juggle the chicken eggs.
Yeah, right.
And they're like, what the fuck is happening? And it's like,
no, I'm doing all the creepy shit if I'm
just
out
like
there.
Cut the little kid's hair while he's sleeping, and then the mom's like, "Why'd you cut your bangs? I told you not to play with scissors." She's like, "I swear I did it," and it's like me in the corner, like just the ghost fucking shit up.
Yeah, that's it.
If there's one person that I would haunt, though,
So, okay.
I don't know who it would be.
Okay, so listen to this. So I am really into like tarot and like listening to all that kind of stuff. That's what I think started bringing a ghost in my house. Honestly, was because I had a tarot card reading in my house, and
You
ever
like
since then,
welcomed the
like I
spiritual
welcomed spirit in
energy.
here. But I've had
This is what I say to the spirit.
I've had a tarot card reader one time tell me this is where I think that it's like, whoa, we're like in reincarnation shit. So I've had a tarot card reader tell me that the person I will marry has been a past lover in my life, and we have to complete a cycle. So imagine that, like, essentially, like, we didn't complete our cycle in a past life, so now we both have been reincarnated on this earth to find each other to finish our cycle, and it's our choice to do it or not. And if I don't, literally she told me this, and if I don't achieve it, my next life it'll just keep happening until we find each other and finish our cycle together.
You know what I hate about that theory is the fact that like you're never gonna be done with your life until you have a partner. That's bullshit. I don't believe in that.
No, but like, okay.
You know what I mean?
I'm not
like that. That just means that your true destiny in this world must involve a fucking partner. Like, nah, fuck that.
No. I'm not saying that's wrong.
Yeah,
but I'm saying, like, imagine someone sitting there telling you that is like, I will continue to be a body in this earth until that happens.
But what if you're reincarnated
you
as
could be a frog?
I was about to say, what if when you are reincarnated, you're reincarnated as like a toenail, and then you still have to wait a whole nother lifetime before you can be reincarnated again into a person to even meet another human being. Or maybe your soulmate isn't a human being. Maybe it's a leaf, and you have to be reincarnated into another plant.
I don't know, but imagine someone sitting there telling me this shit, and I was like, oh.
Okay, I was just wondering how much money I would make this year, but
but thanks for telling me this.
Thanks for
and
that
I'm like,
not useful information.
And I'm like, okay, if this is the information you're gonna give me, can I have more details?
I was about to say, get a little bit more specific because the world is fucking ginormous.
That's what I'm saying. Like, do I need to plan a trip?
Yeah.
And when do I plan this trip?
Right.
Or is this person in my backyard already? And I just don't know.
I hope they're not in this state. My soulmate, better, bitch, if you're, get the fuck out. If you're in here,
but you know what I'm saying?
Out.
Like, I need more details. You can't just leave me on a cliffhanger like that.
Yeah,
bitch.
true. Well, I don't know, because my thing about like soulmates and stuff like that is like, I feel like you could have 40 soulmates in your life. It's just like at that time, the version of yourself that you are.
I agree.
Because like, imagine being like, this kind of goes back to whatever we've talked about this in the past, but like, I can't imagine the soulmate that I quote, the soulmate that I met when I was 18 being the same person that I'm with now, because I fucking hate the 18-year-old version of me. So I would hate the 18-year-old version of my soulmate.
No.
You know?
No, because like, okay, I will say this. The person that I dated all through high school, like, one, I hope that you live the best life for yourself, because I think that you're a great person.
Yeah.
And I think that to this day, if I ended up marrying that person, we would live a cookie cutter life, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that anything would be like spectacular or like crazy or whatever.
I
don't think
like vanilla.
Yeah, I don't think I would have found myself in this, right? And who I am today. But I think there'd obviously be a different version of myself.
Yeah.
But I don't think I would be unhappy with that person. Now, my college boyfriends, yeah, fuck all y'all. Like, no.
Yeah, for real.
No.
I don't think I like a single one of my college boyfriends.
No. That's what, like, I know we've talked about this before. Like, even like your high school boyfriend, you're like, no, like, it was cool. Like,
yeah.
I wish you nothing but good things. Like, we were young, like, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, I guess with a 16-year-old version of myself, like, if I had to marry that person, I guess so. But like,
but also think about this. The 16-year-old version of him was also good because we were just kids. Like, we didn't know anything.
Right, but that is why I'm not saying I'm not no therapist, but that is why a lot of people who get married at a young age like that get divorced, because like, one, you don't grow with each other, and two, like, we had no responsibilities. That's why you could love that person so easy in like high school and whatever, and it's like a young fun love, and everybody
I knew nothing about the world, so like, I didn't really have any opinions. We didn't have anything to disagree on because I had no stance.
Right, and also, yeah, you have no responsibilities. You're not paying bills. You're not doing no actual like stress in life. And that's one thing that everybody longs for again.
Right. Like a simpler time.
Yeah. With my therapist, they were talking about like how like that's also why like a lot of marriages of people who get married with their high school sweetheart, it doesn't work because you don't evolve.
Right.
You're always like, well, you used to be like this, and you're kind of always turning on your face. But like everyone in life is always trying to find like that first love connection again because it's always like so easy and nice.
Right.
And nothing ever compares.
Right. Because it's just like an immature like state of your life. Yeah. I mean, I can't. Yeah. Honestly, like, rest in peace to whoever I date next because I'm kind of a cunt now. So, like,
bro,
the 16-year-old version of me was very nice. I'll be honest. I was the sweetest girl. I would do anything for you. The version of me now, I will spit on your face if you piss me off.
Well, this is the thing, though. I don't think this is no. I think there's two things to this. One, I think that it's gonna take a very special person to allow you to open up and be yourself with, and I think that you have a very high standard of what you want and what you don't want, and I think that when that person comes, like, you will be ready.
Right.
I don't think you're ready right now.
Oh no.
So like I think there's a difference, right? Like today's Emily, like, no, I don't think that you could be with somebody, but I think that when that time would come, it's gonna take the right person to like have that, and I feel like it has to be like a good balance for you, and like, because I mean, fuck, I'm speaking myself too, but like I feel like it has to be like a good balance of like them understanding that like this is what I want for myself, and like either you're going to support me and love me through it or you're not.
Yeah.
And that's just what we're gonna do. So I really do think that like there would be that person, and I think that you'd actually give them more leeway than you think that you would.
I know I would, because I'm the softest person ever. I act like a cunt on camera, but like in real life.
Bitch, her exterior, okay, because she's a Libra. This is a Libra trait, because I have so many motherfucking Libras in my life.
Y'all, and I have a lot of Leos in my life. It's
y'all
very interesting.
Are tough as hell on the outside, but as soon as you get to know you, babies.
Yeah.
Straight babies. Every single
dude, my whole family is Libras, except my dad is a Virgo.
I'm about to have a great week.
But let me tell you who the signs of everybody.
Libras love Leos though, so I'm good.
Oh, you'll be fine. I'm just saying, like, my family will be fine with you. I'm just saying you with my family. I'm like so sorry because it's my dad's a Virgo, my mom's a Libra, I'm a Libra, my sister-in-law's a Libra, and my brother's an Aquarius.
The Virgo and Aquarius gotta go. I'm cool with the Libras,
dude. The Virgo and the Aquarius have the strongest opinions too.
But we need the Virgo there.
Yeah,
we need the Virgo there. You got the card.
Yeah. The Virgo's the ones that's paying the bills, so you got to be there.
Yeah. I mean,
Aquarius.
Like, listen, if it weren't for the Virgo, we wouldn't be going.
Let's be honest.
I'll be real. Like, we need the Virgo there. But I mean, the rest of I love a good Libra.
Yeah, well, there's
all of y'all,
and it's all girl Libras who are going to be there too, which I feel like is a little different because my little brother's a Libra, and I don't know.
He's not a girl.
I know. That's why I'm saying the girl Libras are good. Like, I don't know about the boy Libras.
Oh.
I don't know anything about them besides the fact that my little brother's one.
Okay, so I have, like, my other friend who just moved is a man Libra. Libras are...
What's his birthday? Is it October? Or is this late September?
I think it's...
Okay, sorry. Didn't mean to out you as a bad friend. I didn't mean to call you a horrible friend on air.
I think it was the end of September. I think he's a September Libra.
Okay.
Or it's like very early. No, because you're after him. So yeah, he's September.
Okay, perfect.
And anyway, but
case closed.
But Libra men are like lovers that like you just essentially don't find again. Because they're like very sexual and very sensual.
We're good.
Very like,
I'm done.
Sorry.
We're good on this convo.
But also like a lot of
she goes, they're lover. I'm like, so what's my little brother like? Well, they're lovers. They're very sexual, very sensual.
No,
I
but
might
typically
vomit.
But typically, like I will say, I've heard a lot of traits about Libra men is that like they're
givers,
delusional.
Oh, well, okay.
Like,
yeah.
To like you.
Oh.
Like they make you feel a certain, when you're the same, they make you feel a certain way that they don't actually feel.
Oh my God.
Like they like love bomb the fuck out of you, but internally they're just like, meh.
Yeah, I wouldn't really care if you didn't text me back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's how the men are too.
Tea.
Anywho. All right, we should end this conversation. Sorry about that. I don't even know.
It was a ramble episode, but you know what? I don't care because last week had a very good message behind
Yeah,
it.
yeah, definitely go back and check out the episode that we did with her best friend Madeline. Honestly, it was a great learning experience, I think, for a lot of people, even for myself.
For me
I even
too,
mentioned at the end how, like, I was like, I didn't speak a lot because I literally was just learning. Like, I just was trying to, like, take in the moment to learn.
Yeah.
So I definitely think if you didn't get to check that out, go back to Madeline's episode because it is a good learning experience, and just listen.
Yeah, I think so. And it's like, it's really relatable. I mean, as women.
I mean, you have a body.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
If you exist on this earth as a woman of any sort, you'll relate.
That's a good episode for you. Some things are in the works for both Emily and I, or not both of us, it's the podcast, duh. But one of those things,
I was about to say, wait, are we talking about my solo career right now? Because if so, follow me on TikTok, bitches. Because my ratio is fucked right now. And it is about 50-50 with men and women. And I need more girls to be there because the men are, it's too many guys to girls.
You do, but you're talking about a lot of anime stuff, so I don't know what you expect.
No, it's because I roasted this guy who drove a McLaren. And
yeah, you did do that.
And only guys, because apparently got posted on Twitter.
Oh.
And so now all of those people are coming to my TikTok.
Love it.
Yeah. And they all are disgusting looking. So I need some hot ladies to show up.
All right. We need some women over
Fix
at
my
Starmzy.
algorithm. Yeah.
But anyway, what I was actually going to say is we actually just created an Amazon storefront, and I'm sorry to be those people, but I'm sorry.
We spared no time.
We said we hit qualifications approved.
By the way, we did this yesterday. So
Yes.
like when we say we did this yesterday.
So this upcoming weekend, so you guys get to listen to this on Thursday.
Yeah.
This weekend we are gonna be going through and adding all of like our Amazon favorites and everything, and things that we recommend on here, talk about on here. Honestly, even all the things in the studio things that we use in here, everything like that is gonna be on our Amazon storefront. It's Society 97 on Amazon, and I think that's just like cool because actually I've had running the Instagram, I've had multiple people ask us like the microphones we use and the things that we use on there. So all of that will be on there. I mean, obviously we talk about this all the time. We're going to Cabo. We're gonna have a whole thing of like things we're gonna get for Cabo or things we would like to have for Cabo.
Yeah. What's on our wish list that we can't buy but we would?
Both of our like skincare, like the products for all of that are gonna be on there.
Good
Emily's
call.
whole house is sponsored by Amazon.
Yeah, Jeff Bezos furnished that shit.
So
for real.
Honestly, I got a lot of pieces there too. So we're gonna add a bunch of stuff on there. I just kind of want to throw that out there and have that in your ear to like start looking out for, because we do get a lot of questions about where we buy things and like Emily's blankets and stuff like that.
Yeah, my whole no, it's not just this vest. I was gonna say my whole outfit. This is from Target. This is from
But anyway,
Amazon.
call us those Amazon influencers.
Yeah.
Anywho.
That's the only way we can technically qualify ourselves as an influencer right now. So
It's Amazon storefront. So check out. Everything is linked in my bio for my Amazon storefront.
my Amazon storefront in the bio.
But also our Amazon storefront is linked in our beacon. So you
sweet.
can go through that just to go straight to our Amazon storefront or any other links you're looking for with us.
Yeah.
We're all there. But anyway, thank you guys for listening to another episode of Society 97. My name is Kellen Redk. You can find me at Kellen Redk on Instagram.
And my name is Emily Starnes, and you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Starnesy. Don't forget to follow the podcast on Instagram as well. We're at society97.pod. And you can also follow us on TikTok, where we're at Society97pod. And I try to post an episode or a video every day, but normally it doesn't happen. So you get what you get. You don't throw a fit.
And we also have a YouTube channel at Society 97 where you can find vlogs posted every single Tuesday and the video version of the podcast every single Friday. And again, our Amazon storefront is Society 97 and we'll be starting to post on that stuff this weekend. So definitely go take a look at that.
So buy shit from there. Oh, also, we have a Poshmark where we sell clothes that we have worn before. So if you want those, check that out too.
Anyway, love y'all. Bye.
Bye.